We have the invocation and the pledge of allegiance. Roll call. We have Dr. Trahan. We have a moment of silence.
Please have a moment of silence for the following individuals who have passed away. Linda Vincent, retired school teacher. Linda Bajeron, retired school bus operator. Mr. Richard Skirto, the husband of Elizabeth Skirto, our former superintendent. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Trahan. Now, item number 2, we have Mr. Mike Lagarde will lead us in the invocation of pledge of allegiance.
Lord, support each of us in this meeting tonight. We ask your divine help in the difficult task of representing the wishes of others. The issues we address tonight are many, and the solutions may not always be easy. Dear God, help us as we serve the school system as elected officials. Be with us tonight and forever. Amen.
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 Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Mr. Lagarde. Item number 4, Ms. Brunei, roll call.
Mr. Michael Lagarde.
Here.
Mr. Gregory Harding.
Here.
Mr. Matthew Ford.
Here.
Mrs. Debbie Benoit.
Here.
Mrs. Stacy Solé.
Here.
Mr. Clyde Hamner.
Here.
Mr. Roger Dale DeHart.
Here.
Dr. Maybelle Trahan.
Here.
And Mr. Dane Voisin.
Here.
Mr. President, you have a quorum.
Thank you, Ms. Brunei. Item number 5, approval of minutes of school board meeting August 2nd, 2022. The recommendation that the board approve the minutes of the school board meeting August 2nd, 2022 as recorded.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. DeHart,
Second.
second by Ms. Benoit. Any audience would like to discuss the recommendation? Mr. DeHart?
No, sir.
Ms.
Thank you.
Benoit?
No, sir.
Any board member? Of that injection, hearing none, so ordered. Item number 6, special recognition to the 1969 Southdown High School Eagles Baseball State Championship team, which they finished 13-1. And I think we have a couple of the guys that's here tonight. Could you guys come up front? And what I'll do, I'll call out the guys' names. Sidney Smith, captain. Nathaniel Thomas. Gerald Prince. Charles Wesley. Agard Commodore. Everett Williams. James Johnson. James Stewart. Laura Williams. Ray James. Don Johnson. Tyrone Bolden. Galen Wallace. Bobby Douglas. Ben Norman. John Flynn. Cornell Thomas. Saul Thomas Jr. Freddie Coleman. Herman Lyon, who is deceased. Tyrone Smith, who is deceased. Elroy Clay, who is deceased. Lester Brown, who is deceased. And Edward Wesley, who is deceased. Coach Leonard Neville was the head coach. Mr. Raymond Tiller was the assistant coach and AD, and he's deceased. And Mr. Donald Craig Mitchell was statistician. This is your 1969 state baseball champ from Southdown High School. Any of you guys want to say a few words? I'm going to say something real quick. We had something at I think Southdown about a month and a half ago, where pretty much the whole team kind of more like showed up, and it was a great event. A lot of these guys, some of you here and some of you in the audience might not know these guys, but a lot of these guys are legends in my neck of the woods, in my community. Basically, these guys here was, in my opinion, was the pioneer for me, for my career. Enabled me to move forward in my career and some of the things that I have done, not just me, but a lot of African American athletes followed in these guys' footsteps with their leadership, with their dedication, with their statesmanship, and good people, real good people. So again, you know, what you're looking at today is legends. It's legend, and they didn't get the recognition back then, but we see fit today that we can't change what happened then. we can move forward and go forward here. At this time, if Mr. Thomas or one of you guys want to say anything, you can address the board and we can go from there. Mr. Thomas?
Good evening, everyone. I'm very glad to be here today. I thank the Lord that He spared me to see this day. And I'm glad for my team, my coaches, and our community. This was a long trip. It was 2 years in the making of getting this together and getting us recognized. The pandemic stopped us the first time, but it didn't stop us the second time because I kept on pushing on for these guys to get recognized. And I'm thankful, Mr. Harding. I call him Dud everybody, so I'll slip sometime, but.
It's not Dud here, it's Mr. Horn.
Okay, Mr. President. But anyway, we had good times, we had bad times getting this together, but we made it. And I want to thank y'all for recognizing us from the bottom of our hearts, and thank you.
Any other guys that you want to say? Ben? Everybody good?
What they give us their position.
Okay, positions, and, what position, Saul? I think you played everything, right?
I'll feel it, baby.
Okay.
Second base.
Catcher.
Third.
Third base, okay.
All right.
Mr. Lagarde?
Yeah, guys, like the ceremony we had before, you know, like Mr. Harding said, y'all are legends, you know, in my community, and not just my community, the things y'all did. Y'all are legends of Terrebonne Parish. And a few months back, I told South Terrebonne, they won one, and I'm like, guys, this is going to be part of your life, and just so happened, they got the recognition then. So they staying on y'all, I staying on y'all, and I know I appreciate y'all as men. First of all, as the men y'all became and was leaders in the community. That was most important. People, I want the people here to know y'all just wasn't great athletes, y'all great men. You know, and I look at the names, and everybody in there I've been associated with, and each and every one of y'all have been fine men. Now we go to the athletics part, what y'all did, and hearing the stories, and it wasn't y'all had the best equipment, the best field, you had to work for everything you had, and y'all did what it took, and y'all didn't cry about not being recognized, so that will make it so important. 50 years later, y'all get this recognition. Man, this is wild. But guess what? I knew what y'all did. My community knew what y'all did. And you know, now I'm glad everybody else know what y'all did. You know, and I'm so happy. But I saw y'all growing up, and not just y'all. I saw your fathers, your family, Reverend Saul. You know, Mr. Saul, Dad, that was my partner. You know, and he watched over me. But I know each and one of all y'all from as a young boy. You know, I watch y'all in the community, so I want to thank you, and I want everybody to realize y'all did a great thing back there as young men, but I like the life y'all lived after. I wish I can live that life. Y'all live a life as men, you know, when you won this, and you example athletes that my kid and every other kid can follow, you know, and then I'm hearing some names about the GOAT, because y'all played other sports. That's just what y'all main sport. I want people to know. You know, y'all did it all, but y'all made it possible for me and Mr. Hardy, and guess what? For the young people coming up, y'all did. So I want to personally thank you again. If I never did, I want y'all to know what y'all meant to me as a young man growing up. I wish I can lead that legend as y'all did, but one thing y'all did I could never do. I never won a state championship. I wish I would have, but I never did. So that's a big thing, guys. Thank y'all very much.
Mr. Ford?
So Mike brought up the GOAT. We know who the GOAT is. I've been doing that name for 20 plus years now, right, Mr. Bo? Mr. Bo was a big part of my life when I was a young man too. And we played ball together, and he coached and he helped out. But we call him the GOAT because he still played ball, played basketball. And he was still good. I bet today he still got a jump shot. But like Mike said, you guys didn't just play baseball. You didn't just play basketball. You're pillars in this community. I knew of every one of you. I didn't know you personally. A couple of you I did, but I knew of you. And the names and the legend that you left. And if I remember correctly, this is the last year before the integration, right? So this is 1969. It's the last year. And I knew Terrebonne was hoping to get some of y'all on the team over there, but y'all was already done. And I know the stories, and I'm proud of you. Thank you. Thank you for coming out this time.
Dr. Trahan.
Good evening, gentlemen. I'm honored by your presence here tonight. I just want to thank Mr. LaGuard for that history lesson. A lot of things I didn't know, and I appreciate that. I just want to give you my personal thanks for forging the way, for I know countless young men that is better off today because you were here, because of the things that you and your colleagues did for this parish and moved us forward. We're not there yet, but we're a lot closer than we were. But I just wanted to give you my personal thanks for forging that way and laying down the road for the rest of us. Thank you.
Ms. Benoit.
Yes, I also want to thank you personally. It's so good to hear this story. I'm not involved in sports like these other guys are, so I didn't know the backstory about you, and it's exciting to hear that, and I'm proud to have you here tonight to finally honor you. I also want to say how sharp y'all look in those gray suit uniforms and the burgundy tie. Y'all all match.
I wish I'd have thought of that.
Yeah, I love that. But, lastly, they touched on the fact that y'all were great guys in the community, too. I'd just like to know what each of you did in career-wise after you left high school. What career did you end up in? Military, okay. And then what was your career after college?
Don't say that too loud now. I don't want to
He owned a monument shop.
yeah,
Okay,
we're going to let it alone.
Well, that's why I need to look up when I need something.
okay. All right, awesome. And sir, you? Electrical?
I was just a cement finisher by trade.
Awesome.
I went to the Navy after high school. I came back and I got married, had kids. Also, I started coaching football with TPR. I was the coach of the Beats. Next year I come back. We had the Beats.
Very good. Thank
Any
you.
other comments?
You helped what?
Organize us for this.
Very good. Well, thank you. Thank you. It's wonderful for you to be here, and I appreciate you sharing all that with us.
Thank you, guys. I mean, we can stay all night and give you kudos. I mean, the history book speaks for itself. I mean, you all guys, like I said, all legends, good guys. The only thing Ms. Benoit talked about the suits. I think one guy suit might be just a little bit out of whack, but we're not gonna mess with him on. I can mess with him on that. So
We got a relationship, guy.
yeah, we got to really. So don't we coach together in TPR, so I can clown with him like that. Bo, you want to say something?
Yeah, I wanted to say something. I know nobody's gonna know this, but I was one of the first black guys to play American League baseball too.
Wow.
Okay. All right, guys. Thank you, guys, man. Look, appreciate everything you guys have done. We appreciate everything you guys gonna continue on doing. Thank you, guys. All right, item number 7, citizen presentation of Ms. Annette Ford LaGuard, President of Terrebonne Association of Educators, TAE, Scholarship Award to recipient for the 2022 semester at Nicholls State University.
Hello, Annette Forey-Lagarde.
Tasha White, Vice President of the Association.
Good evening, board members, superintendent, Ongeron, members of the public. Tonight is a special night for us. We, as TAE, worked throughout the summer to fulfill a goal of ours to give out an education scholarship. The scholarship was for Terrebonne Parish Public School graduates majoring in education. Well, we planned and worked, and we are fulfilling it today. Reality has hit. Our recipient is a graduate from here in Terrebonne Parish, and she is currently enrolled at Nicholls State University, my alma mater. She wants to help those students in our district become better, and she has envisioned on how she wants to improve the education here in Terrebonne Parish. Please welcome our 2022 scholarship recipient for TAE, aspiring educator Lauren Montalvo.
What high school is she?
H.L. Bourgeois. H.L. Bourgeois. Congratulations.
Speech?
Thank y'all so much. It means a lot to me. Thank y'all for allowing us to make this presentation. Thank y'all.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Becoming a teacher.
The next citizen, Stephanie Chesson, LGBTQIA student in our schools, and how the board addressed them.
Good evening. My name's Stephanie Chasson. Do you need my address?
Yes.
All right. 322 Gadry Drive, Gray, Louisiana, 70359. Again, my name's Stephanie Chasson. My pronouns are she, her. I'm a white cisgender heterosexual woman. I would like to remind the school board of their mission statement to engage, educate, and empower every student, every day. At the last school board meeting, several school board members made it publicly known that they do not support boys in the girls' classroom. After I dried my tears, I came to understand that many on this board and in this community may have a decent understanding of what the LG and B mean in LGBTQIA, but you probably or may not know the definition of transgender. Because I only have 3 minutes, I must focus. So I encourage you to learn about non-binary, gender-neutral, genderqueer, intersex, and asexual. Sex refers to the physical differences. It is typically assigned by a doctor at birth based on external appearances, and occasionally by a DNA or hormone test. I won't discuss the 12 different arrangements of the X and Y chromosome that have been discovered thus far. Gender refers to the social construct and how a person identifies. For instance, over 100 years ago, pink was a boy color and men wore heels. Those are now identified as girly. Also, for centuries, various cultures have recognized more than one gender. Cisgender students, those who accept the gender that they were assigned at birth, this is a majority of students and the population. I am cisgender, and I suspect many of you are also. Statistically, there are approximately 150 students in our school system who are transgender. Simply put, they identify as the opposite gender from which they were assigned at birth. A transgender girl was assigned male at birth and has identified as a girl. This is not the movies from when I was little where a boy dresses up as a girl so he can get on a team or he can spy on the girl he likes. They're not a boy going into a girl's restroom. They're a girl going into the girl's restroom. A transgender boy was assigned female at birth but identifies as a boy. This is not a tomboy. This is not a girl going into the boys' restroom. This is a boy wanting to use the boys' restroom. Another term you need to know is misgender, which means to use pronouns and language that does not reflect a person's preferences. When it came to the raises and supplement, many of you said, I wish we can afford to give teachers more. And then in your response to fear-mongering, the members of the LGBTQIA+ community, their families, your constituents, your teachers, the children, and even some members of your own family heard, we don't have the money to pay.
Excuse me, ma'am, the 3 minutes is up. I would like to give extra time. Moved by Mr. Ford, second by Mr. Lagarde. You know, I would like to discuss that issue. Any board member of that injection, here no so ordered.
Thank you. We don't have money to pay teachers more, but we can find money to feed normal kids, so we don't have to show these students they matter. That may not be what you said, but that is what was heard. And that is what I was crying about, because approximately 1,100 of our students identify as LGBTQIA+, and 2 of you, hopefully, because you don't know any better, dismissed them and their needs and did not follow the mission of Terrebonne Parish to empower and engage these 1,100 students when you said boys will never be allowed in the girls' bathroom. You misgendered them, you dismissed their voices, you said you didn't believe them, you said you didn't trust them. I then realized what my child meant when he said, why have pride in your school when they don't have pride in you? My son matters. He and the other 1,100 students in this district deserve to be empowered, engaged, and educated. I encourage and implore you to educate yourselves, the teachers, and everyone in the school system. When you are talking about students that are transgender, and you will be in the future, please do not misgender them. Please be respectful to every student every day. Show them that you mean the mission statement of Terrebonne Parish when you say every student, every day. GLSEN.org, the Human Rights Campaign, and the Safe Zone Project have professional development for educators. Show that all students matter, not just the hetero, white, cisgender students in the nice neighborhoods. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Next item, Wanda Triggs, cameras in special need classrooms following Act 456, SB 86, and an adequate facility building temporary for SEC. Is she present? Okay, well, we'll move on to the next. Item number 8, meeting announcement, 920, Finance, Insurance, and Section 16 Land Committee, Executive Committee, Educational Technology and Policy Committee, Building, Food and Service, and Transportation Committee. 10-4, 6 p.m., regular school board meeting. Item number 9, 9A, Building, Food and Service Transportation Committee report. Mr. Dan Visor.
Thank you, Mr. President. The Buildings, Food Service, and Transportation Committee met at 5 p.m. on Tuesday, August 16, 2022, in the boardroom of the school board office with the following members: myself as chair, Mr. DeHart as vice chair, Mr. Harding also in the committee, and all other board members, as well as the superintendent and all of his members of his staff. Recommendation number 1, the committee recommends that the board approve the request of VICI Hoops LLC to waive policy file E1.6, use of school facilities, relative to the usage fee for South Down Elementary School's gym for the 2022-2023 basketball season, provided that the necessary insurance, nonprofit status, and all other school board policy requirements are met, and approval is obtained from the school's principal. So moved, Ms. Benoit, second by Mr. Harding. Any public comments? Ms. Benoit? Mr. Harding? Any other board members? Any objections? Hearing none, motion passes. Recommendation number 2, the committee recommends that the board authorize the Child Nutrition Department to proceed with the advertisement of 6-month bids, January 1st, 2023 through June 30, 2023, for meats and frozen items and canned and dry goods for the 2023 spring school session. So move, Mr. DeHart. Second, Mr. Harding. Any public comments? Mr. DeHart? Mr. Harding?
No, sir.
Any other board members? Any objections? Hearing none, motion passes. Recommendation number 3, the committee recommends that the board reject all bids received from the custodial cleaning products contract for the 2022-2023 school year. So move, Mr. DeHart. Second, Ms. Benoit. Any public comments? Mr. DeHart.
No, sir.
Ms. Benoit. Any objections? Hearing none, motion passes. Recommendation number 4, the committee recommends that the board authorize the purchasing department to advertise for requests for proposals for an environmental consultant. Moved by Mr. DeHart, second, Mr. Harding. Any public comments? Mr. DeHart?
No, sir.
Mr. Harding?
No, sir.
Any objections? Hearing none, motion passes. Recommendation number 5, the committee recommends that the board authorize the purchasing department to advertise for bids for abatement services at Upper Little Caillou Elementary School due to impacts of Hurricane Ida.
So moved.
So moved, Dr. Trahan. Second, Ms. Soleil. Any public comments? Dr. Trahan?
No, sir.
Ms. Soleil? Any other board members? Any objection? Hearing none, motion passes. Recommendation number 6, the committee recommends that the board approve the substantial completion of the temporary campus project at Ellender Memorial High School dated July 15, 2022, subject to the punch list. Upon completion of the punch list, final inspection, balancing credit change order, and receipt of the lien-free certificate, authorize the release of retainage, and further authorize the board president to sign all necessary documents pertaining thereto.
So moved.
So move, Mr. DeHart.
Second.
Ms. Dr. Trahan. Any public comments? Mr. DeHart?
No, sir. Thank you.
Dr. Trahan?
No, sir.
Any objections? Hearing none, motion passes. Recommendation number 7, the committee recommends that the board approve the substantial completion of the temporary campus project at South Terrebonne High School dated July 15, 2022, subject to the punch list. Upon completion of the punch list, final inspection, balancing credit change order, and receipt of the lien-free certificate, authorize the release of retainage, and further authorize the board president to sign all necessary documents pertaining thereto.
So moved.
So moved, Dr. Trahan. Second, Mr. DeHart. Any public comments? Dr. Trahan?
No, sir.
Mr. DeHart?
No, sir.
Any objections? Hearing none, motion passes. Recommendation number 8, the committee recommends that the board authorize the superintendent to proceed with the selection of one or more architects for the plan and design of school building and perimeter safety and security.
So moved.
So moved, Mr. DeHart. Second, Ms. Benoit. Any public comments? Mr. DeHart?
Only one comment for the superintendent. I hope we choose the local architects because they're very familiar with all our facilities. I think that would be a beneficial thing to speed up the process. In my opinion, I'm not an expert, but
Yes, sir.
in my opinion, I think it's not saying who, just try
Local,
and get people that are
right.
familiar with all.
People from our area,
Thank
yes,
you.
sir, I agree with you. Ms. Benoit? Haven't they started, Mr. Ogeron, with some of the fencing? They have not?
Nothing on this list here.
Nothing yet, okay, because I thought I saw some of the fencing going up at South Terrebonne, I'm not sure.
That's separate.
Okay, okay, very good, thank you, sir. Any objections? Hearing none, motion passes. Recommendation number 9, the committee recommends that the board authorize the purchasing department to advertise for requests for qualifications to develop a pool of mechanical and electrical engineers to provide engineering services for HVAC projects at various schools, funds to be derived from ESSER 3 funds. So move, Mr. DeHart. Second, Ms. Benoit. Any public comments? Mr. DeHart?
We're in desperate need of this.
Yes, we are.
Urgent.
Again, I agree with you. Ms. Benoit?
Okay.
No. Any objections? Hearing none, motion passes. There being no further business to come before the Buildings, Food Service, and Transportation Committee, the meeting was adjourned at 6:14. I turn it back over to you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Vice. 9B, Finance and Insurance, Section 16 Land Committee Report. Mr. Clyde Hamlin.
Dear members of the board, the Finance, Insurance, and Section 16 Lands Committee met immediately following the 5 p.m. Buildings, Food Service, and Transportation Committee meeting on Tuesday, August 16, 2022, in the boardroom of the School Board office with the following members present: myself, Chairman, Mr. Mike Lagarde, Vice Chairman, and Ms. Stacy Soleil, Committee Member.
Also in attendance were Mr. Greg Hardy, President, Dr. Maybelle Trahan, Vice President, Ms. Debbie Benoit, Mr. Matt Ford, Mr. Roger Dale D. Hart, Mr. Dane Voisin, Superintendent Bubba Orgeron, and members of the staff. The meeting was called to order. First order of business, the superintendent addressed the committee regarding consideration of the budget. Recommendation, the committee recommends that the board adopt the following budget adoption resolution, which provides for adopting the general operating fund, the 1-cent sales tax fund, the half-cent sales tax fund, the 3/4-cent sales tax fund, Child Nutrition Program Fund, and various special revenue funds for the 22-23 fiscal year as presented, with two exceptions: the removal of the reclassification of curriculum specialists and a stipend, adding a stipend of $20 per meeting for members of the Insurance Advisory Committee. That resolution is attached in the next 3 or 4 pages.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. D. Hart, seconded by Ms. Solé. Any members of the public wish to address this resolution or motion? Mr. D. Hart?
No, thank you.
Ms. Solé? Any other members of the board?
I have a question.
Ms. Benoit?
So, this is a new thing, adding a stipend for the Insurance Advisory Committee?
Yeah.
We've never had that before?
No, this.
And what was the justification of deciding to
We're-
add that?
We made a decision to do that and give that stipend to the ERC members for coming, just to
get
cover their
attendance?
attendance, basically, yes. So we tacked on insurance.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So both committees
Both
then
committees, yes.
will get that? We didn't have to say anything about them in this?
It was already in the budget, this is an added.
I got you. Okay.
Anybody else? Any objection? Hearing none, the motion passes. Next recommendation, number 2, the committee recommends that the board approve the assignment of a campsite lease in Section 16, Township 20 South, Range 17 East, from Gary Gordon, current lessee, to Leopold LeBlanc IV for the remaining term of the current lease, ending May 16, 2031, and further authorize the board president to sign all necessary documents pertaining thereto.
So moved.
Moved. Okay, help me out.
Ms. Solé.
Ms. Solé,
I'll second.
moved by Ms. Solé, seconded by Mr. D. Hart. Any members of the public wish to address this? Ms. Solé? Mr. D. Hart?
No, sir.
Any other members of the board? Any objection to the motion? Hearing none, the motion passes. Recommendation number 3, the committee recommends that the board accept the highest bid received, meeting all specifications for hunting and trapping leases on Section 16 lands for a 5-year period beginning September 1st, 2022 through August 31st, 2027. Allow the purchasing department to re-advertise those sections where no bid was received, and are those sections in which leases were surrendered, and further authorize the board president to sign all necessary documents pertaining thereto.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. D. Hart, seconded by Ms. Solé. Any members of the public wish to address this? Mr. D. Hart?
No, sir.
Ms. Solé? Any other members of the board? Any objection to the motion? Hearing none, the motion passes. Recommendation number 4, the committee recommends that the board accept the lowest bid received, meeting all specifications, for communicator folders from Rochester 100 Incorporated, 40 Jefferson Road, Rochester, New York 14623, for a 10-month period beginning September 6, 2022 and ending June 30th, 2023. Moved by Ms. Solé, seconded by Dr. Trahan. Any members of the public wish to address this? Ms. Solé? Dr. Trahan?
No, sir.
Any other members of the board? Any objection to the motion? Hearing none, the motion passes. Finally, Ms. Klingman, Supervisor of Finance, presented information on the monthly budget to actual comparison report and gave an update on the sales tax collection report. There being no further business to come before the Finance, Insurance, and Section 16 Lands Committee, the meeting adjourned at 6:20 p.m. Mr. President, I turn the meeting back over to you.
Thank you, Mr. Hamlin. Item 9C, Executive Committee Report. Dr. Trahan.
Thank you, Mr. President. Dear members of the board, the Executive Committee met immediately following the 5 p.m. Buildings, Food Service, and Transportation Committee, and Finance, Insurance, and Section 16 Lands Committees on the evening of Tuesday, August 16, 2022, in the boardroom of the School Board Office with the following members present: Mr. Gregory Harding, President, myself, Vice President, and Mr. Michael Lagarde. Also in attendance were Mr. Clyde Hamner, Ms. Debbie Benoit, Mr. Matthew Ford, Mr. Roger Dale DeHart, Ms. Stacy Soleil, Mr. Dane Voisin, Superintendent Bubba Ogeron, and members of his staff. The meeting was called to order. The Executive Committee examined and authorized payment of invoices for the current month, including supplemental payroll and travel expenditures. There were no committee members' concerns. Do I have a motion to accept this report?
I move you.
Moved by Ms. Benoit, second by Mr. Lagarde. Any public comment? Ms. Benoit? Ms. Lagarde? Any other board members? Any objections? None heard, so ordered. There being no further business to become before the committee, the meeting was adjourned at 6:22 p.m., and I return the meeting to you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Trahar. Item 9D, Education, Technology, and Policy Committee report. Ms. Debbie Benoit.
Thank you, Mr. President. The Education, Technology, and Policy Committee met immediately following the other committee meetings on Tuesday, August 16th in the boardroom. The following members being present: myself as chair, Mr. Matthew as vice chair, and Dr. Maybelle Trahan as member. Also in attendance were Mr. Clyde Hamner, Mr. Roger Dale DeHart, Mr. Greg Harding, Mr. Michael Lagarde, Ms. Stacy Soleil, Mr. Dane Voisin, Superintendent Bubba Ogeron, and members of the staff. Central office staff presented information on many of the following recommendations that are from forethought, and I think Superintendent would like to say a little bit about that.
Okay, so the following policies, they're grouped together. They're all revised policies, so it's all policies we had in place. They're just revisions based on changes in law. So as the law changes, forethought adjusts policies for the majority of districts in Louisiana, and they issue policies to us to adopt as a board. So that's why you see these grouped together. They're all policy revisions based on state law. In the back are all the policies that are actually, you can kind of thumb through them and you can see all the changes based on the state law. So that's all provided for you. We've lumped them together for approval in one shot.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, moved by Mr. Ford, second by Mr. DeHart. Any public comment? Mr. Ford?
I just want to say that we did have a pretty robust discussion on these when we had our committee meetings. So if anybody does have questions regarding these changes, by all means, reach out to us. But in the future, you know, it's a good idea to come sit in on our committee meetings, because that's when we actually discuss them. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ford. Yes, Mr. DeHart?
Yep. I've been serving this board almost 32 years, and forethought has never once faltered on any issue that the legislator put an interpretation. I do trust them, but I do research everyone that we had before you tonight, so I'm not just rubber stamping anything, so I don't want you to give me that wrong impression. But their track record is very good and trustable, but still, we still put the microscope on to look at it, so I'm very content.
Thank you, Mr. DeHart.
Thank you.
Any other board members? Any objections? Hearing none, so moved. Recommendation number 2, the committee recommends that the board approve new policy file H-15, student voter registration.
So,
Moved by Mr. DeHart, second by Mr. Harding. Any public comment? Mr. DeHart?
no ma'am, thank you.
Mr. Harding? Any other board members? Any objections? Hearing none, so moved. Did I go public? Did I ask public? I did. I already forgot. Recommendation number 3, the committee recommends that the board authorize the purchasing department to advertise requests for proposals for wide area network services and network switches. Moved by Mr. Voisin, second by Dr. Trahan. Any members of the public? Mr. Voisin? Dr. Trahan?
Just one quick fact that we all know how important the internet access is to our students. They need to have their Chromebooks, their computers working for all the technology that run our programs. And when that's not happening, it's not good. It slows down our kids' progress. So I'm glad we're getting ahead of that.
Thank you. Any other board members? Any objections?
No, ma'am.
Hearing none, so moved.
Thank you, Mr. Babin.
Okay. Recommendation number 4, the committee recommends that the board approve the revised pupil progression plan as presented for the 22-23 school year.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. DeHart. Second by Ms. Soleil. Any public comment? Mr. DeHart?
Ma'am.
Ms. Soleil? Any board members? Any objections? Hearing none, so moved. And finally, recommendation number 5, the committee recommends that the board authorize the superintendent and staff to explore options to use the old Fletcher campus located at 310 St. Charles Street, Houma, Louisiana, as a future magnet school program.
So moved. Second.
Moved by
Dot
Mr.
com.
Moved by Mr. Ford. There might be a unanimous second on that one. Any public comment? Mr. Ford?
Not to get too far ahead of ourselves, but I've been talking to people for a long time about this, and the people I've talked to in the community, not just in the school district, but regular citizens out there, stakeholders, they are excited about this. They're excited about this possibility, so let's get it going, because I'm ready for it. Yep.
Mr. DeHart?
I've been waiting for this the moment we got ownership of the building, so it's been too long waiting for it. Thank you.
Ditto for me. Okay. Any other board members? Yes.
Well, I've always supported a STEM school for our kids that are going to the next level so they can get the highest education and college prep that we can give them. I only have the one concern that this project doesn't delay either recovery or repairs in any way, shape, or form.
Sure. And you know, not to mean to correct you, but I don't think we've even identified that it would necessarily be STEM. It could be the arts or something else.
Yes.
You know,
Well,
so just,
I said STEM, but that's what I meant.
yeah, okay. Just to let the public know that there's not been a decision about the type of school
No.
this is going to be, just that it's going to be a special magnet.
To Ms. Trahan's point, Dr. Trahan's point, recovery is priority.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Priority.
Very good. Okay, any objections? Hearing none, so moved. There being no further business, I'll turn it over to you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Ms. Benoit. Item 10, superintendent agenda, Mr. Ogeron.
Okay, is Miss Mary Guidry here? Come up, Miss Mary. Come to the podium. Miss Mary, tell us who you're representing.
Daughters of the American Revolution,
Okay.
Bayou Lafourche
All
chapter.
right, very good. Thank you for being here. So tonight, we have a proclamation, and it's, we ask the recommendation that the board approve the following proclamation recognizing September 16th through the 22nd, 2022 as Constitution Week. And I'll read the proclamation, and we'll give you a signed copy, okay, Ms. Mary? So, whereas our founding fathers, in order to secure the blessings of liberty for themselves and their prosperity, did ordain and establish a Constitution for the United States of America. Whereas it is of the greatest importance that all citizens fully understand the provisions and principles contained in the Constitution in order to support, preserve, and defend it in all encroachment. Whereas the 235th anniversary of the signing of the Constitution provides historic opportunity for all Americans to realize the achievements of the framers of the Constitution and the rights, privileges, and responsibilities it affords. And whereas the independence guaranteed to the American citizens, whether by birth or naturalization, should be celebrated by the appropriate ceremonies and activities during Constitution Week, September 16th through the 22nd, as designated by proclamation of the President of the United States of America in accordance with Public Law 915. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Terrebonne Parish School Board, in conjunction with the Bayou Lafourche chapter of the National Society Daughters of the American Revolution, does hereby proclaim that the week of September 16th through the 22nd, 2022, as Constitution Week in the schools of Terrebonne Parish, and does urge all students to study the Constitution and reflect on the privilege on being an American with all the rights and responsibilities which that privilege involves. Be it further resolved that copies of this proclamation be forwarded to all Terrebonne public schools and office buildings.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Hamlin.
Unanimous second.
Unanimous second been asked for. Anyone from the public would like to do any comments? Any board members? Mr. Ford?
You know, my wife loves it every time I have the opportunity to teach her something. And yesterday, we were having a discussion about Labor Day, and I was asking her if she even knew what Labor Day came from. And I mentioned the irony that September 17th is U.S. Constitution Day, and we don't have well, it's a holiday, but we don't really, it's not a federally recognized holiday, and we don't celebrate it. So I asked her if she knew what U.S. Constitution Day was, and she said, of course. I mean, that makes sense. It's easy to understand. It's the day that the Constitution was ratified. So the fact that you're bringing this up and we're doing this, I think is a great idea. I think it's long overdue. I mean, you guys know I keep a copy of the Constitution with me at all times, not only here, but at school as well. So I'm very pleased to see this, and I like this type of, proclamation. I think we should do more of it. Thank you.
Any other board member? Dr. Tron?
I would just like to ask if that we could compile any events at the schools that we would be made aware of it, if we would like to attend. If the schools would make the board secretary aware of it, it would be nice if we would know what would be happening, so we can maybe attend some of them.
And they could let us know too. That way we can share it with our members.
Ms. Benoit?
Yes, I would
both
just,
state and national.
I would just like to thank you for being here tonight. I always look forward every year to you all coming and celebrating with us the Constitution Week. The Daughters of American Revolution has always been vigilant about coming and sharing that with us. And I'd like to remember tonight those that came before you, Miss Plesna and who was the other, Miss
Labat.
Yes, Miss Labat. Oh my God! Every year they came for years and years and years, and bless their souls, they passed on. But thank you.
No, Miss Labat hasn't.
Oh, you told me Miss Labat.
Oh, no, she. No, she's.
Sorry, because I asked. I said, "Is Miss Labat coming?" And I thought you said no. She passed. I was like,
No.
She's here. She just passed on.
She's here. She's here.
Okay, sorry about that. Please apologize to Ms. Labat.
I've been a member for a number of years. I just have not been active because of work, but I have retired in 2020, so I have become active again.
Great.
As a matter of fact, Mr. Ford, speaking about his wife, I've known his wife before she was even born.
Well, thank you for doing this.
Yeah, I know.
Of that interjection? Hear none, so ordered. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, our next section is personnel section, leaves of absence. We have a family and medical leave, so the recommendation is that the board approve a family and medical leave in accordance with policy file F-11.4A for Dorothy Rose, school bus operator in the transportation department, beginning August 23rd, 2022 through September 2nd, 2022, medical.
So moved.
Moved by Dr. Trahan,
Second.
second by Mr. DeHart. Anyone else like to discuss the recommendation? Dr. Trahan?
No, sir.
Mr. DeHart?
No, sir, thank you.
Any board member? Of that objection? Hear none, so ordered.
The next recommendation is the board approve a family and medical leave in accordance with policy file F-11.4A for Rachel Seats, teacher at Ellender Memorial High School, beginning September 15th, 2022 through October 28th, 2022.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Vizan, second by Ms. Soley. Okay, second by Ms. Soley. Anyone else would like to discuss the recommendation? Mr. Vizan, Ms. Soley, any board member? Are there objections? Hear none, so ordered.
And last, we have a leave without pay. The recommendation is that the board approve a leave of absence without pay in accordance with policy file F-11.10 for Nicole Salisbury, school bus operator in the transportation department, beginning August 22nd, 2022 through September 22nd, 2022.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. DeHart. Second by Mr. Vizan. Anyone else would like to discuss the recommendation? Mr. DeHart.
No, sir, thank you.
Mr. Vizan. Any board member? Of that objection, hearing none, so ordered.
Next, we have parent appeals for student readmission. We ask that we go into executive session at this time.
Motion go
Moved by
into
Mr. DeHart, second by Ms. Benoit. Anyone would like to discuss that motion? Mr. DeHart?
No, sir.
Ms. Benoit? Anyone on the board? Any objection? Hearing none, so ordered. At this particular time, we ask that you vacate the meeting room, and thank you for coming, and have a safe trip home.